What's up, Knights of Vex, and welcome to today's video where today we have to talk about the brand new Focus Datacron set and how you can prepare for the first week of the new Grand Arena season, as well as Territory War, and just making sure you come out on top for when Conquest comes around and that you can max out that Focus Datacron right away, because the Focus Datacrons are by far the most important thing about the new set. They are by far lightning times better than the previous one, and a lot better than the level 9s that we have to deal with the new set. So I'm here to tell you about this farming strategy and tip that I highly recommend for you guys, and how I plan on getting raised Focus Datacron day 1 or 2 of Conquest by this efficient strategy. So we are going to head into game, and I want to show you guys really quick that these Focus Datacrons are now in the store in the weekly or episode shipment. I went ahead and got the Ray 1 immediately, and as you can see, when you go into my Datacron farming guide or sector, I only have it at level 3 because I am running really low on these, and these are only accessible by shard shop currency, which is extremely expensive, by crystals, or by dropping a lot of money. And me personally, I do not like investing any sort of monetary value or crystals into Datacrons. I really like to just, use I use my refreshes in Conquest, which is, I guess, the most free-to-play way you can do it, but I will never go into the store and buy these packs for Datacrons. Like here we have crystals here for Datacron material, a $20 pack, 550% currency. Like, that is not something I recommend doing or personally want to do. Datacrons are fun, but I don't want to put any sort of monetary value towards them. So what I recommend, and what you should be doing every single refresh, which is going to be 3 per day, is you're going to want to go to the shard store and see here. I purposefully let my shard shop currency go as low as it possibly could be to showcase what I'm talking about. But the most important thing is the Datacron shipment. And here, what you need to be doing every single time this is up is farming 2 of these items and possibly a third. But the one I'm going to highly recommend every single time is the data cache, because these Focus Datacrons are crazy expensive, absolutely absurdly expensive in terms of the data cache. So I'm going to pop up a image of what the actual breakdown of a Focus Datacron is and how much it costs, and show you how many data cache and of all this different currency, the binding MK1, 2, and 3 it cost. It's insane. So really important that you are spending your shard shop currency on the data cache. And surprisingly enough, this probably is not going to be the greatest value for you, but if you're a mid to endgame player and you have an endless amount of these resources to spend this on, you're going to have to go with the binding MK3 as well. This was what gated me last Conquest when they started introducing these Focus Datacrons. I was able to get enough of the MK2, but I could not get enough of the MK3 immediately. So I am highly recommending, guys, that 3 times per day, when you wake up, when you get your afternoon extra energy and then your night energy, you go into this store and purchase every single time the data cache and the binding MK3. This does not require any crystals. If you want to, you could do a refresh here for 50 crystals. I do it every now and then when I'm trying to boost up my Datacron farming. But if you're really cautious about the crystals, this does not require any crystals. It just requires your other currency. So another thing that I'm going to be recommending that you guys do every single day of playing this game, if you guys can afford it and you're in the mid to end game where you're really focusing on Datacrons, is you want to go into the Cantina battles every single day and go to the store. Now, me personally, I spend 3 refreshes of Cantina energy a day, so I'm really stockpiling this store's currency. So as you can see here, I'm at 50.8k currency, and what I do every single day of playing this game, and it definitely takes time, it's annoying, but I have every single character maxed out here. What I'm going to do is purchase each and every one of these shipments every single day, and you're going to see what your shard shop currency is going to look like throughout the day. And this is something you can do 3 times a day. If you guys don't have the bandwidth with that currency, 1 a day will be fine. But me personally, I do it once every single day. I could do it more, it just takes a lot of time. But you go in here and you're purchasing every single Cantina battle or Cantina shipment. And you're going to see, for an example, we'll go back at it later, But that alone, I purchased all through here. If I go to the shard shop, that's 2,700 worth of shard shop currency. That's going to be very helpful. But that's not the only place you can do it. If you guys go into your squad arena, I have over 453k squad arena currency. So again, I'm going to go into here and purchase every single one of these shipments all the time. I've been playing this game for an extremely long time, ever since the beginning, and this is very nice. And if you guys do happen to take Squad Arena somewhat seriously or in the top 50, this currency can come in handy for the datacron farming. Not meaning to be a sweaty Squad Arena player, but it does come in handy with your shard shop currency. And now you can see here, just from the shard shop or the Squad Arena store alone, I'm getting 2550 currency from that. And we're going to dive into a third location where you can do it, and that is going to be Galactic War. And over here, I have 308k currency. I'm not going to run out of this for a long time. And the beauty of the Galactic War store is that it also includes ships. It's probably not the most efficient way to do it, but if you guys can afford the bandwidth, definitely go for the ships as well. So I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like when you do it for every single one and exactly what you're getting out of it. Very, very helpful. And they've added more slots to this store, which means way more shard shop currency for you and way more datacron farming. So this is going to be the more effective way to farm your datacron material, especially for the focus datacrons. Back in the day, before focus datacrons, you didn't really need to worry so much about the MK3, binding MK3. But now that they require it at the level 12, 13, 14, 15, you're going to see it's actually insane how much these focus datacrons cost. And I want everyone to be prepared on day one to max out at least one or two. It's very expensive. It takes a lot. But I really think that those datacrons, the focus ones, are going to be the most impactful for your grand arenas and territory wars. They're really, really strong. So as you can see here, I'm wrapping up on the whole store. If I go to the shard shop, that's an extra 5,558 currency. And with that in total, if you do those 3 stores alone, you're going to be getting close to 10.8. I started with 12, but that's going to be 10.8 shard shop currency a day. And that is going to be enough to farm this, and this every single time throughout the day. And it's really important. The MK2 is going to be fine because once you guys start to dismantle your crons, you're going to be getting a lot of that anyway. You could probably get enough to focus on at least one. But when you get to Sector 4, you're going to start to get a lot of the MK2 and not a lot of the MK3. So once I start, I join the last territory war, I will start dismantling the previous set and immediately go to here. But as you can see, guys, look how much this currency cost. I only have 60 out of 55. Once I get some dismantled, I'll probably get it up to like level 9. But here, and here, look how much this requires of the MK3. It's insane. And they're extremely expensive. I would highly never recommend spending crystals on this material. 600 for 25 is absurd. 1,200 for 50, even more crazy. This is what the whales do, though. The whales will go in here, purchase this pack. You get 200 of it. It's actually really not a bad deal if you guys are trying to work on your datacrons. If you do want to spend money, that's not a bad pack at all. But here, I am not going to be spending crystals for any of these datacron materials. So this is going to be the most free-to-play, cost-efficient measure of how to get this stuff. And I think it's really going to be important if you want to get these focus datacrons maxed immediately. As you can see, guys, I'm running extremely low on crystals. I'm at 1,000 because I just took the Jedi Temple Guardian up to 6-star to try to get that legendary mace on day 1. So it just definitely takes some time. And you're going to be getting a focus datacron as well if you work on this, but that's going to be way more pay-to-play kind of play style. But yeah, honestly, that is the most important thing. And if you guys are really psycho and extremely end game like me, if you really wanted to, I have 897 Zeta material. I'm never going to be running out of that. I usually end up spending all my currency on Zetas, even though I don't need to. But if you have the bandwidth and you're at like 20k saved up, you can even use the fleet store to get even more shard shop currency. I do not recommend that for early mid-game players. Even, just getting into the beginning of the end game. This is meant for players that have almost everything, unlocked. They have a surplus of Zetas. I'm never going to run out of Zeta material. I'm at that point of the game where I can afford it. So I will not recommend doing this strategy in the fleet store. Only if you're at the very, very end game and that you can just, on day 1, get characters to gear 11 and Zeta them immediately. Like, this is what I'm working with here. I didn't have to spend any... I spent about $50 to get this character up to 6-star. But I have enough reserve where I can just throw on a Zeta whenever I want. I probably could throw on Zetas on every single character in my roster right now and still be fine. Probably boost up my galactic power too and help my guild. So maybe I'll do that one day. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be the most effective way to farm this material. You're going to need to start now if you want to prepare for day 1 of Conquest, because as soon as you get to Conquest, you're going to want to go all the way to, start the Conquest, get to Sector 4, work on the last node of Sector 4, and get as much currency as you can. But this will help you along the way, because by far, the Binding MK3 is going to be one of the biggest gates out the bat, as well as the data cache. So this is my little warning to you guys, my little preparation to try to help you get prepared for this next Grand Arena season, as well as Territory War. It's really going to be impactful, these focus datacrons, and I don't want anyone to miss out on this fun opportunity, especially with Ray, Hermit Yoda, and that level 12 for Krennic. Absolutely game-changing in terms of gameplay. So guys, that is going to wrap up this quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this tip helps you. If it did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of X, and I'll see you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you all.